All right. Well, hello everyone. So we are doing a uh, second episode of Hot Cocoa Corner, where we just go over some stuff that's happening and also what's coming up for this week and stuff like that. So first off, to start, let's take a look at our what schedule is for this week. So here we are on Monday. We're Hot Cocoa Corner. We're just chatting, taking a look at some of the cool stuff that's happened. Tomorrow will be a Genshin stream, probably a little bit of Genshin stream tonight too, to be honest, because I got kind of busy and didn't get to play Genshin today. So I'll probably kind of stop the Hot Cocoa stream and then start up a Genshin stream. Just because I didn't do Genshin, and I might as well have you guys come in for the ride, so that'd be fun. Also, you get to see my monthly polls. So I'm gonna do some Genshin probably tonight and tomorrow. Wednesday will be Honkai Star Rail. Thursday is the assortment game, and that's probably gonna be Fate Samurai Remnant, because I do own that game, but I never actually got into playing it. So that's kind of funny. Uh, oh, I gotta fix this. Hang on, fix it. Delete that. I will update that part, but then we'll probably play some Genshin on Friday as well, but I have to update that a little. Okay, so as for other stuff that's happening, that's pretty cool. Oh, hi, gnarly Neo Gnome. Thank you for so much for the follow. Okay, so taking a look at some stuff that's been happening. First off, Jane Animations put out a really nice video where she goes to Japan. Really fun video, very funny. It's about like 40 minutes long. So if you guys haven't seen it though, I suggest you go check it out. It's really amazing, and I like Jane Animations stuff. So just FYI for that. Withering Waves, as for the last stream, you guys probably picked up on, is they are going to finally come out. Let's see, where'd they put it? Let's see, yeah. It's going to be released on May 22nd, 23rd, depending on your time zone. In May for PC, iOS, Android, and Epic Games Store. I know for people who are looking forward to the whatchamacallit, to console, we're kind of disappointed. But apparently there is a cross save feature, so if/when they get it onto console, it'll hopefully have a cross save feature, so you'll just be able to move it from one to the other, which will be really nice. But that's launching in May, which after like 3-4 years of waiting, it's finally coming. So that's pretty awesome. Lots of April Fool's Day stuff's happening today, of course, as well. For Withering Waves, they had this really cute Woolies picture. So you have, was it Echo? Or, no, sorry, not Echo. Encore. Encore with her little sheep, and then some of the characters as sheep. Little demon sheep. I thought they were super cute. So that one's really cute. Let's see. Yeah, they also have the whole thing of, pre-registering. If you pre-register, we'll hopefully get a lot of awards and things like that. They have a list of them somewhere, but I don't know exactly where they are. I know when I went onto the website, it just has, pre-register, but there is rewards. You could see them in the stream on the video I have from last week. But that's fun for there. Honkai Star Rail kind of had a funny April Fool's bit. Once it loads. Where they have this mecha pom pom stuff, and just like, destroying the city, and then having to fight against Homu. And with the bananas and stuff. It's just kind of funny. Oh, also there was this watchmaker mecha, which I thought was kind of funny. So, but this is what the April Fool's was for Honkai Star Rail. I think this one is like, are now not in production. So they have all this stuff there. But I think it's kind of neat. It's also a little funny. And then as for Genshin Impact, they actually have a thing where they had this revitalization project where if you pre-register, you get and share and stuff, you get some Mora and things, but also you find out a couple like 4 hours later that the program has gone bust. Here, have some primo gems. So you get 40 primo gems for that. So that's pretty good. Other things that are happening is in the VTuber area, apparently Pomo Rainpuff has come back as a VTuber called Mint Maid, and I think they said she's gonna be indie, but she did a stream with Mitara, who used to be known, or I'm not sure if you're supposed to say that stuff, but she with Mitara, who's from VSojo. You guys can go check out that. You also had Mikey doing a April Fool's stream where he basically played what was it? Pokemon Black and White with you can only use these types, and the only types like not included were flying and dragon. So it was kind of funny. He was like, it is so hard and everything, but that was funny too. So that's some of the good stuff that I saw. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think for the updates and for what I've seen from last time. Withering Waves becoming playable is a big deal. Or I guess let's see. Yeah, you can retweet the some stuff. Make sure you pre-register if you're interested in this game. It's nice that it's actually finally coming out. So they have all that. All these people. And so on and so forth. So, alrighty. Well, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to switch over to Genshin. Because that's really all I have to say. Unless anybody wants to talk about anything. But, me change capture to Genshin. And we'll do some Genshin a little bit. It's minimized. That's why it looks like that. Unminimize. There we go. Goes to this. And I gotta change some of my stuff. Alright, so let's jump over to I feel like this one today. Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to change my stuff. Everybody knows what we're doing. Alright, there we go. Alright. The game might act a little slow in the beginning. It doesn't like it when I go AFK for too long. It gets sleepy. Yeah, check in. Yeah. Congratulations on successfully pre-registering for the Mondstadt Tourism Revitalization Project. Stay tuned for more exciting content. And then, friend, I'll be back. So when I am, please continue to support me from Libin. So, I think I might actually. The only problem is when you start, it doesn't keep it from expiring. But still, it's still kind of fun. That. All right, so let's go into the shop first off. It's just. The shop has reset so we can buy stuff with Stardust. I don't think I'm anywhere close to 5-star pity. The last 5-star I got on the standard banner was oh, was the bow here. So it is my pity. The thing is like when you're so low on your pity, the only thing you can hope for is to get a 4-star, and probably not going to get one in this pull since we just got one last time. Um, yeah, but see, it's like we only have like 6 pity, so this will probably just be a bunch of blues, but 5 pity is better than nothing, so. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Sharpshooter. 2. Be interesting if we got like a early 5-star and it was Kaching, because that's she's the only one I don't have. Okay. Book. They're blue. And last one. Okay, yeah. I kind of figured, you know. You gotta get the timing right. But hey, we're 5 pity richer, I guess. So. Alright. Let me go back in the shop. Let me. I like purchasing the fates I want to use because there's really no benefit in leaving it as primo gems. Um, it's not like in Honkai Impact, you have it where your crystals are kind of like a somewhat of a base. Like you can do things with them other than um pull on the banner. Like you can buy a few things from the shop and stuff. But with Genshin, I mean the big things to have are the fates and these guys, the Genesis crystals. So, all right, so we've got battle pass stuff to do. Well, I think I'm pretty, yeah, I'm like level 44, and I got 20 days left. So, but there's another blue fate too, so. But let us go check out. There'll be an event playing today. We're going today. Yep, alright, Rolling Crossfire. The genius inventor of the guards has created a new kind of remote cannon. In order to test its combat effectiveness, they are looking for professionals to participate in firing experiments. Alright, so let's check that out. I remember seeing this for the, during the live stream. It looked kind of fun. Oh, and you can teleport right to it, which is very helpful. Excuse me, I was just taking a drink. I have to remember if I want to take a drink and not mess up my model, I have to drink from the side. There you go. I think what happens is that too much of the cup covers my face, and my face tracking goes, whoa! And that's why my model just kind of jerks around like that. Yeah, I was playing Honkai Star Rail this morning, and I gave in and I pulled for Archeron. Not that I didn't want her, because I did, because I mean her skill is like really useful, and she's really powerful. But I was sort of like, oh gosh, they've got so many cool characters coming. You know, you got her, you got Aventurine, you have Boot Hill and Robin, And then, of course, hopefully Sunday will become playable and so on and so forth. And you're just kind of like, oh gosh. But I caved and I pulled for her because I wanted to make uh, Simulated Universe a little bit faster. So I was spending a lot of time raising her up today, and ooh, motion blur. Let's see. Hello, friends. What business do the guards have with us? Hey, why don't you take a guess? Is this about us flying around the city and scaling its walls? Is it about me practicing swords play in the city? Yeah. They had a Withering Waves comic I thought it was funny that I saw where, what's her name? Chisha? Like that. The girl with the red hair, that she had heard like a rumor of some sort of monster walking on the roofs at night and scaring the residents. So she was like, "Oh, I wonder what that's about." So she started patrolling by walking around on the roofs. And she's like, I can't find anything. And meanwhile, the people in the house are like, oh, there it is again. And they're terrified. It was her walking around patrolling the whole time. Let's see. Ah, so you've done that too, have you? Hang on, let me add to the list of charges. Uh-oh. Wait, you're trying to trick us. No, I'm just joking. Introductions on order, I suppose. I'm Shanae, and this is my senior, Frigus. My seniors come up with a new invention that needs testing. Would the two of you be interested in helping? A new invention? What sort of thing is it? It's interesting that we're talking to the guards in this one and not to oh, whatchamacallit, the Institute. Because it's like, oh, here's an activity, Institute. Or the academia. And this like one's like, nope, we're talking to the police. A remote controlled cannon. As you can see, earlier turret models require an operator nearby, in which case an enemy just needs to aim at the cannon to get rid of both. But if such weapons can be controlled remotely, that way we can minimize casualties. That's a good idea. You invented it so easily, too. I mean, that's why they call you the guard who rejected the Fontaine Research Institute's invitation 3 times. 3 times rejected? The Institute? Well, exactly. Let me tell you, they had their eye on him, all right. They would have paid out the nose to have him do high-end research for them. But he stayed all this time because he loves his work. Ah, such moving sentiment. Even so, he could not bear to let his talents go to waste, and so he creates new inventions from time to time to help with our work. Sounds awesome. You flatter me, Shani. Do you still remember what I said before? The smarter you are, the more important it is to be humble. Yes, sir. In any case, I'd like the two of you to help us verify the feasibility of this remote-controlled cannon. We've already prepared the field and the targets, and rest assured that you will be well paid. In that case, you've come to the right adventurers. Two of us have been seeing all sorts of stuff during our travels. We can help you figure out if your invention's good to go or not. Nice, in that case, good luck, all. Well, this way, if you would. See. In rolling crossfire challenges, you must use the remote-controlled cannon to fire at slimes. The more slimes you defeat within the time limit, the higher your test score will be. Larger slimes are harder to defeat, but award more points once felled. Makes sense. Even geniuses worry about their experiments. I thought you had confidence. Aha, it sure would be nice if I really were a genius. To be honest, I'm just an ordinary fellow who's lived an ordinary life for 30 years. There's nothing special about me. I would have been more enthusiastic just a few years ago, but I was shot while rescuing hostages, and as a result, I often wake up in pain at night, so I ended up like this. Oh, this poor guy. Gunshot wounds tend to be very troublesome like that. Fortunately, all the hostages were saved. That was one of the few highlights of my life. But why does she call you a genius then? Oh, about that. I took her and the other newbies out for a party when she first joined, and I might have bragged about my abilities too much while drunk. Oh, whoops. All that rejected the institute 3 times business. It was in truth, it was I who, in truth, who was rejected. I'm no genius, just a normal person who dabbles in little gadgets. I didn't expect them to all believe me, and since our patrol work isn't all that interesting, they always pester me with questions when they get bored. As such, I've been forced to continue this charade. That said, while my work is nothing compared to the Institute's advanced research, I have constructed quite a few small, useful inventions. Of course, I make them out of pocket, but I keep those greenhorns in the dark by saying that they're funded by the higher ups, which makes them sound more cool. Please keep my secret if you don't mind. This will fall through one day, I know. Yes, I'm aware, but I imagine their curiosity is limited, and in fact, many people have lost interest. Only Shinny remains. Once she too gets bored, I shan't have to continue. I'm sure it'll make me feel a little better and a little disappointed all at once. Such is base humanity, I suppose. Oh, poor dude. Alright, let's see. Mechanical device preview. Unending power. After unending firepower is struck by any shell, the turret will switch to continuously firing special bullets which deal physical damage to opponents. This switch lasts 6 seconds. If this device is not hit within a certain period of time, it will disappear. Okay, so it basically turns your gun into a machine gun. Alright, let's see what we do. Okay. Base along the axis linking your character and the cannon. You can adjust the turret's aim by moving your character up or by zoomies. I didn't realize it was press the fire button to control the cannon remotely, causing it to fire the shell currently loaded in the direction it is aiming. After firing, the cannon will immediately load one of the 3 random element shell types, electro, pyro, or cryo. Look at the color aiming guideline to see which type of shell has been loaded. Okay, so you don't, like, smack cryo slimes with a cryo bullet. After elemental shells hit different slimes, they will deal the corresponding elemental damage and trigger special effects. Operation Overload causes an explosion, sending near points of flying. Frigid Frost deals cryo and physical damage over a wide area, decreasing all elemental res for opponents in the area. Aggressive Aberration greatly enhances its attack, increases its AO, and deals additional physical damage. Hitting slimes of the same Elvol type as a shell will have no effect due to immunity. Okay, yeah, so you gotta be careful. The turret will charge over time. Once it has accumulated enough energy, you can approach the turret and consume the energy to fire off a powerful piercing shell. The turret can store energy for up to 2 piercing shells. Okay. This test adds the mechanical device. We read about that. This is the machine gun one. Ah! Oops. Ah! Not as easy to control as you think it is. You kind of have to. it's kind of weird because you're moving your character back and forth, but the aim line is moving in the opposite direction. So like you're, basically it's like, oh, okay, it's like steering a car, but you have to get over the fact that your brain is telling you, oh, move this way, while the line is moving the other way. Oh, at least we got all the points, so it seems they only need like 3,000 points. Good. Only did one today, so. Use a test? Yep. Still, it's kind of fun. I think it's one of those ones where you're going to have to just get used to how to work it, and then you're good to go. But wow, just doing that one stage is like, boom, here you go. Let's see. Yeah, I like doing the talking to the character commissions because lots of times those are connected to like quest lines or um achievements and things to get extra primo gems. So, especially since they upped it to be like, oh, here so that you can
I'll treat your wounds.
Genshin music is just so beautiful. And people can say what they want about the, representation and things in the regions themselves, but the music is always good. Yeah, I know with this guy, it's like when you talk to him, he'll say like, "Oh, go do this or go give this guy this," but then you could actually help those people extra. So, see, what a headache. And with anything, I haven't been slept or days on end. Listen to patients nearby. Check on them as well. Right. Yep, sure. For the Dendro Archon's sake, I could really use a helper capable of saying something other than Dendro Archon bless you. Please give him this medicine. By the way, tell him to also stay at home and pray silently to the Dendro Archon. Farm work can wait. Sure. Yeah. This guy you can help him get rid of his weeds. At least I could last time. See. The weeds are going to start to grow. Here you go, take your medicine. Here's your medicine. Remember to pray quietly to the Dendro Archon. Ah, thanks. There's weeds. Hey, cat. Oh. Yep, there's a few weeds. Oh, sorry. This is not a cat. It's a dog. Excuse me, puppy. Hey, what are you? What? If we remove all the weeds. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Go, sir. The weeds? You've removed them all? You're too kind. Just go back home and rest. I will, thank you. I'm to connect my silent prayers to Dendro Archon as well. Yeah, it's like, go take a break, dude. Especially with a hurt arm. Any weeds in here? A bush. Oh, I think we're good. You're back. How did it go? Ah, that's great. This way Gurgen can finally have some proper rest. He should be able to recover sooner. Can't thank you enough. Please take this as payment, as your payment. Yeah, I've done that one before where I've helped him with the weeds. There's another guy over here too. Where is he? I think it's the kids. He's not like not. I got so focused on looking up for the guy, I didn't realize I was running into the children. Whoops. Yeah, I think it's this guy. He goes and talks about how, like, oh, he's been trying to diet and everything, and he's staying away from meat, but he feels worse than ever. And it's like, okay, yeah, he kind of needs the protein. Alrighty. Oh, take that. Sometimes the commissions are good for doing um getting extra drops and stuff, and sometimes they don't really drop that much, so especially if you want to do other things like story quests or events or things like that, you're just kind of like, okay. I know I was talking to my brother the other day because he's kind of we both started playing Genshin at the same time, but then he took like a 2-year break, so he's way behind and everything. And when I told him like, oh, you should do the story, he basically he agreed, but he also was like, I usually don't have enough time. I get in, I do my daily commissions, and then I basically have to get off because he has other stuff to do. And so once they put in that whole, oh, here you can do the commission, or you could do event slash story, and it counts for your commissions, then it was kind of like, oh, and it made it a lot easier on him.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Got that.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Let's see. Those. Yeah, it's like the one problem with farming for characters who have new stuff, or not new stuff, or farming for characters that are coming out at the same time a new area is coming out. You can't fully pre-farm them for them because not everything is available. You know, like for example, Chiori came out this patch and we don't have any new land area, so everything that you need for her is already covered. But like for example, when Shenya or Gangming were coming out, you couldn't get like Shenyun's yeah, boss stuff because this was her boss and he wasn't available yet. Also, her what you call it, her leeway specialty is also in here, and you couldn't get that either. So Alright. Talk to Tubby first.
This realm is
That. Those. Oh, let's see.
never have any.
That to go. Cook 20 dishes. I've been trying to finish my proficiency with a lot of the dishes, especially specifically after the cooking event that we got these. Oh, we need to do this one. Okay, let's cook some fish takoyakis. I think they just look like fish. I don't think they actually have fish in them. Yeah, a snack shaped like a snapper. The crisp exterior wraps the sweet filling within and is very popular amongst Inazumans. It is said that in the beginning was just a cynical snack, but constant improvements are wound up shaping it into the cutesy image of a fish.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
Yeah. Like sugar, flour, milk, and then the inside is sunsettia fruit. There's Thea stretching in the background. Almost there. Go. Don't know if I'll have enough eel meat for this, but
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
oh, he made a special dish and I didn't even realize it. Sorry, Scaramouche. There we go. It says, okay, Wanderer's specialty. The mildly bitter fragrance of tea and the refreshing sweet aroma of rice are perfectly blended together, leaving you to wolf it down insatiably. How did he manage to cook something so extraordinary? Your expression must have...
Entirely up to you.
Your expression must have betrayed this thought to him, for his face suddenly turns grim. Have you finished yet? Stop gawking and go wash the dishes now. Yeah, Scaramouche is definitely like the whole kind of tsundere cat type of character. Like, you talk to him or you listen to him, and he'll say things like, well, it's not like I'm going to help you, like, when he just helped you. Like, or is in the process of helping you. So you're kind of like, you just kind of did, dude. You know, you don't need to be shy. It's like that's like it's like he's shy. All right, those times we done a little bit. We'll get the Rainbow Curse tomorrow. Furnishing items. Really set them up. I should have done this yesterday, but I was really busy and I got by the time I got to play Genshin, I was like, do commissions, get off. It was really tiring. It was a lot of fun, but it was very tiring. Those. Those. Yeah, the cat event is going to be coming up at some point. You get to pet the kitties. Apparently the cat you get from the event you can put in your teapot and you could actually keep petting, which is really nice. Originally I believe it was thought that you could pet all of the cats in your teapot, but then it got kind of clarified of, okay, no, it's just that one cat. But hey, one cat's better than no cats.
If you ever have any
It's basically the same thing as the where is he? This guy. Which I really should have him somewhere here. See if he'll actually fit. No, of course not. Let me see. What can I take away? The load is a kind of interesting thing. I kind of wish the load had a number here so that you could and be like, okay, this one is this much load and this is how much load you have. So you could be like, okay, if you have like 5,000 load and you're up to 4,900 and this guy costs 500 in order to put in. Instead of this, oh, you've reached too far or you got to take some away. Like, you gotta pick and choose of which ones you just want to get rid of. I'll leave those. I guess we can get rid of this. You know what? I think maybe let me just let me see if I can put him in the house somewhere. I wanted to put him there because I had put some of the Watsusumi houses there as kind of a boardwalk type of idea, but he's not fitting. Might be able to put him up here. Ah, good. He fits. Put him over here by the nice couch. I mean, technically he wants to spar with you, but he is a very special puppy. I wanted to put... I want to make room for the cat. Too. So let's see, where do they stick that? Ah, here it is. Oh, thank you for the follow, Padre Soporte? Thank you for the follow. That's really nice. I think what I'll do too is I'll put a cat here so he kind of saves the load. I want to give him the little fish. Here is the fish. Fish toy. That's cute. And I'll replace this cat with the cat we get from the event. Whenever that event actually shows up. Because I was hoping it was gonna be sooner, but they keep putting out every other event besides that one. Don't know if you can fight this guy with. Oh, you actually can. It's funny. He's the only dog who actually gets happy. Yep. Hello. Thanks for coming. We're just doing some Genshin right now. But anyway, he's the only dog that's actually happy at being fought, and all the other dogs run away. I remember the event that this guy was part of. He became huge. He just wags his tail with a little sword in it. That's a good boy. I mean, if the load allows it, I'll put in the cat we're gonna get plus this one, because you can't buy the white cat from the shop, and also too, the white cat kind of represents the cat that Kazuha's friend. I do. like Kazuha's friend had. So, let me see. Oh, he's following us. Hey, a cute puppy. I think he's a Shiba Inu too, like a short one. So, it's funny, when I first started playing Inazuma, I thought it was Inuzuma, so like dog, Inu, dog. And then I looked at the guy, I was like, oh no, it's Inazuma. It's like, okay. Oh, look, it's running after us. Good boy. Alright, let's see. Or his little paw pads. It's cute. I didn't realize it ran after you. Alright, so. Let me take a look. What is available today? Okay, so this is Navia and Niviolette. Um,
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?
to be honest, I don't blame him. The characters do go quite through quite a bit of stuff. Excuse me. Breathed in a little too deeply. Oh, nice teapot saving. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think with having a nice teapot, a good rule of thumb is to start off with the sets, and then kind of like move them around and fit them into a good way. Because, like, for example, this set is the actually see it here. It's the Bird and Blossom Park set, and then I went and I added in stuff. Also over here, for example, you have the Dawn Orchard. You know, so it ends up kind of giving us a nice feel to it without having to make it completely from scratch. It's a good part to get started. Also, if you sort of view it of like, okay, if an area looks too like empty, put a tree, put rocks, put, you know, something. Also, I like for the teapot to have access to like cooking and forging and alchemy and stuff like that right when you warp into your teapot, because it can save some time and effort. Like, for example, I might go here and be like, okay, I want to condense my resin. I could do it right here instead of worrying about warping to another city and using it and tracking down the alchemy table. Also, a neat little thing, what you can do is actually take stones or floating platforms in Genshin, and you can actually line them up so that you can, or I say you can put stuff on them, and then you can line them up so they are under like porches and things. So you could actually be like, oh, I'm gonna sit on my porch and relax. So it's a nice little trick. It's a lot easier now since they kind of allowed clipping. Before, you would have to like shake the thing and try to hope it would clip into it, and now they're like, no, go ahead. So also too, by putting down the sets, it makes it easier for when you get a new character, instead of having to like have the character put down the sets they like and then sort of ruin up whatever it is you built. You could just be like, okay, let's just do this, and I'll put you in the teapot, and if all the sets are already laid down, then you just go to each one. This teapot that I have right now is my Mondstadt teapot. So all the Mondstadt sets, or sets that characters from Mondstadt like, are in this teapot. So that's just a few tidbits, I think. Um, yeah, I know with this one, I kind of made it by scratch. This one is the kind of like the boardwalk. So like you come down this way, and then you can walk down, take a look at the stores, continue down the boardwalk, and then this path is the path that you take to like, oh, getting to the beach. And you come out here and like this is where the beach is. So sand dunes and umbrellas and things like that. And then all the way over here, you actually do have a set. It's like the camping set over here. But then it's kind of funny. I never realized they had a little tiny patch of land over here, and so I put this nice little bungalow as kind of a nice little private, beach house for somebody. So you have like that one. There's also here's this is the more city-ish one. You come over here. Here, this is a set that D-Luke likes. I know. I've kind of decorated it with stalls and things. Here's from the potion event. There used to be a big building here. I think it was like one of these, but I was like, okay, let's replace it with this one. So we have that. Oh, there's some buildings. I made sure to put plenty of windmills because that's kind of the Mondstadt theme, and also it looks nice. You have that one, and then this one is more of the village type. All of these have little yards and stuff. I might end up putting a path at some point, but right now we just kind of have these little like housesteads and things. This one, yeah, this one is a set. I think Amber and Razor and stuff like it. You have that, and then if you go over here, there's another windmill, and as well as the kind of like little farming area they put there. So it's cute. I like it. And it's not that hard. You just kind of have to like, okay, put down the sets and then work from there. Well, you know what? I think I'm actually going to move these two bushes. They look kind of funny like that. Put that there. The only thing, and the thing is too about the sets is you can rearrange them however you want. You just can't take away stuff or put it outside the circle. So there you go. That looks more uniform. I guess balance is also super important. Make sure things look generally even, because I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly even, as Mihoyo can kind of show. Oh, that's okay. I'm doing okay. I the weekend kind of exhausted me because don't invite, I want to sit. There you go. Because there was Easter and spending time with family and everything like that, but I'm doing okay. Let's see. Honey Impact Overload. Alright, let's see. Who is... Let's see. Rara. Let me see. Oh, and it's okay. You don't have to be sorry. It's nice that you asked, though. Oh, let's see. Where is Tartaglia? Let's go get some stuff for him. It's kind of funny. Tartaglia is like my second 5-star I ever got, but I haven't really used him because I was having such a hard time figuring out how to make him powerful. And now everybody's like, "Oh gosh, he's such a good DPS," and I'm like, "What?" I mean, believe them, but I'm like, how do I do that? The one curse of being a new player. And not really knowing what you're doing. His artifact, yeah. All of his artifacts are 0 on top of that. So, no wonder he's not strong. Because of that. Did I at least set his thing up? HP. I gave him a lot of HP. I'll have to look at other builds for him, but I do know the rust is good with him, so... Let's go get some weapon ascension materials for him. Yeah, I've been pre-farming for Arlecchino, or at least trying to. It's hard though because most of her stuff's not available / known, so... Yeah, that's true. I think also too it has a thing to do with playstyle. Like if the character is easy for you to use, you get more benefit out of it than if you're like, how do I use this character? Like I remember I was playing Honkai Impact 3rd and I saw this one guy complaining about how do you use Mobius. He's like, "Oh, I don't like Mobius because I don't know how to play her, or I don't like her playstyle." And I was like, you hit back between the X and the Y buttons. The regular attack, or no, it's the like the I guess you'd call it like an elemental skill and the ultimate, and you just go back and forth. Like that's how you play her. Not that hard. Oh wait. Lizard. All right. Okay. Let's switch to Ganyu.
What are my orders?
Artifact leveling up also is so difficult once you're um a quote unquote stronger player, because it's like the artifacts takes, or I put it. It's like when you first start off, you're like, oh gosh, artifacts everywhere. I have no problem with leveling up my artifacts. No big deal. And then you get to near the end where your supplies run out, and you're like, uh-oh. Oh, have I done the abyss yet? No, not yet. Not yet. I don't always... Come on, gone you. Oh, that's why. It's like, why did her thing drain? Forgot, because that's what this thing does.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Over here. Look at me.
Bow your head.
The systems shine.
Honestly, I have a lot of characters, but I have to work on some of them. Because, like, I had enough to have a good, strong team if you had one room. But once they started doing the whole, ooh, here, we're going to be having you do one, and then you have to do the other. And I'm like, I don't have enough strong characters or the correct team to do both.
There you are, eavesdropper.
This is order.
Which I'm like, I'm AR 60 and everything, so I should.
This is long overdue. Over here.
Silence. Be sanctified.
Yeah. I really should get into the habit of doing the Abyss, or at least raising up the proper characters to do it. Because, like I said, I have strong characters, but it's like, for example, like this is my battle team, for example, and they're really strong and they do a good job,
There you are.
but I don't have double of them.
I will have order. Solidify.
Born of ice and frost. Look at me.
The tides beckon.
You know, I remember in the early days, it was kind of funny. People would go and they do the hydro domain that has the cooldown, like it doubles the cooldown or something. And people were taking Tartaglia into there, and they were complaining about how his E skill or his elemental skill ends up having such a long cooldown, and oh my gosh, and because of that domain. I'm like, why are you using Tartaglia in a hydro domain? Like, they're all hydro slimes and hydro abyss mages and stuff. You're not gonna get through. He's just gonna be immune to stuff. Or everything's gonna be immune to his attacks other than his,
There you are, eavesdropper.
I guess unless you're trying to use him as a physical DPS. But,
Bow your head.
which I guess you could do. But I just got so confused about them complaining about it. And then on the top, I'm not even sure if they were actually complaining, or they were just trying to find, like, ooh, trying to find reasons to hate on Tartaglia because they didn't like him for some personal, quote unquote, moral reason, and they were trying to make other people hate him too, which is something that happens on Twitter a lot, which is very depressing. All right. This The interesting thing about Genshin is that back in the day, I didn't realize how important the artifacts were. Because I thought the artifacts were just like, oh, they're just gonna give you a little boost. No. They give you a big boost. You need them. Yeah. Also, I have to start doing this. I can't. I used to be able to just scroll across the top and be like, oh, there's that character I need. And then it was like, no, wait, I need to do this now. There's too many. I'm glad I didn't turn these into gold. I was like, I think he still needs the silver ones. Don't think we're gonna have enough for that, but nope. We're gonna have 3. Unless Mona is nice to us. Oh my gosh, he is! One friend got the AR-45 with talents level 1. Oh. That must have been so hard for them. They probably were like, holy cow, this game is difficult. And they were like fighting so hard. Oh my gosh. Do you know what do they say when they figured out, oh, I can raise my talent levels? That's one of those things on like the Hoyo Lab where it was like what do they call it? There's like a thing going around that says like, oh, like silly things I did as a new player, and people were saying things like, I didn't know you needed drops. I didn't know you were supposed to use resin on the boss flowers, so I was just fighting them for fun and stuff like that. And other such things. Somebody, I remember, they said like they expected to get D-Luke after his story quest, like they were just gonna hand it to him, hand the character to him, and it was like, oh shoot, we're one lost left. It was like, no, sorry. Although I can kind of see why they might have thought that, because give me 1 second. One of these. Here you go. His weapon is finally all leveled up. Yeah, it took me forever to get this thing. Oh no. They were streaming and then I noticed the awful damage, so I asked them to show me their artifacts and talents. Talents? No. Yeah. I do remember that kind of threw off a lot of people in the beginning. I think because a lot of people were coming in from a situation of, I'm not gonna say like Pokemon, but like similar to that, like, oh, you know, you raise up their level, you raise up their weapon, you give them good artifacts maybe or such, and like, oh, that's good, right? And then it's like, no, you got these too to worry about. I mean, to be honest, there's quite a bit of stuff you need to do to raise a character. I mean, you have level, you have weapon and weapons level, you have 5 artifacts with the correct set for that, and layer level, which, like I said, I still have to look to see if he is decent. You got the constellations too, but that's more of a if you want to type of idea. I don't think you have to have those. And then, of course, you have to raise each of the 3 talents, depending on how you want to use the character. I know some people don't like level up the normal attack, but let's see. So, alright, so we did all the daily stuff. Forging items is working. We got those to do. Realm currency will probably be picked up tomorrow. Furnishings are working. Can't do this until Saturday. We'll be doing this on Wednesday. And I think this is probably like the last one. And then, yeah. Originally, I have a guaranteed. Originally, I was going to use it to get Kazuha. But I really kind of want Arlecchino and her weapons, and I have a guarantee. So if I save it for her, then that means I'm only going to have to use 90 fates to get her, and then I can use my like 240 to guarantee her weapon. Which hopefully I won't have to go through the whole 240, but if I do, at least I get some decent weapons. I don't usually roll in the weapon banner. I think the only 2 characters that have their signature weapon that was limited was Baizu, because he's Baizu, and I'm a Baizu main, so I wanted to make sure he had his, and Yaimiko, which hers actually showed up by accident, on the whatchamacallit, on the weapon banner. They had the rust, and I still hadn't gotten the rust, even though I had Tartaglia for like forever, and so I decided, okay, let's do a 10 pull and see if I get the rust. I got the rust, and I also got Yaimiko's signature weapon, which thank goodness I actually had Yaimiko. But I was like, those are the only 2 I actually have. So, see. This is going to be flipping over in 21 hours. That must have been very embarrassing, though, to figure it out, find it out while streaming. I was like, oh. Yeah. Yeah, like, I still don't have Wolf's Gravestone, so if I lose a 50-50, I hope I get that one. Because I do have, D-Luke, and I have him raised up. Let's see. I think out of these, I have Skyward Blade. Got this one. Got the Skyward Spine. Have the Atlas. Have the Harp. Have the Amorous Bow. Or no. I think I have the Lost Prayer Sacred Winds. I don't have the Skyward Atlas. I don't have this one. Or the Wolf's Gravestone. So I do have quite a few of these. But I guess it depends on who Arlecchino ends up being paired with too on the banner, because then their weapon will be displayed, I guess. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I can't think of words. Let's see. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. No, I'm planning on rolling for Arlecchino, and then after that, it'll kind of depend, I guess, on who shows up in the patch after. But I'm thinking about just kind of saving up until Natland. I don't know if we're gonna have a 4.7 and a 4.8, or if we're just gonna have 4.7 and then just jump into 5.0. Um, trying to think of calendar wise. Yeah, because if Arlecchino ends up being the first banner, then that means that she is going to be. Come on, calendar, come up. Yeah, she'll be on the 23rd, 24th. That's when she'll be released. And then 40 days from that, would be like the end of May, and then June would be, I guess, the summer event, and then Natland would come out like end of July. If we're only having a summer patch, it's weird because it's sort of like we're having Arlecchino in the next patch, but we still need Cloran. We need what's her face? Sigewinne. Sigewinne's not out yet. And then there's some other comments about other characters that, you know, people are wondering about. So it's kind of the question of like, okay, what's the lineup here? It's kind of strange that the only new character is Arlecchino, but then again, the only new character for this patch is Chiori. So, and then the patch before, we did end up getting we get at Cloud Retainer and Gongming. Oh, let's go. He needs some stuff. What do you need? Refile the glass. All right. I can never remember if I have enough like prepper food for this guy. Okay, good. Actually, I'll give him that one and a nice. I'm all full up on my Fontaine reputation, so I'm kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna go around to the ones I want to do. Oh, sure. What do you want to ask? The kids are up there. Up the stairway. Honestly, I feel bad for these kids. It's like it's been 4 years and they're still grieving.
Brave girl. Come on.
Here, you guys get the special one because I feel bad for you.
Holy cuisine is inedible.
It'd be nice if there was like a little side commission or something helping those kids, and then it's kind of like, you get Hu Tao or Baizu or somebody to kind of like help the kids come to grips with the death of their mother so they can move on. And then like the commission would change instead of being, oh, um whatchamacallit, like, oh, she's so sad she wants almond tofu, have it be something like, oh, we were so thankful of you helping us, let's share a plate of almond tofu together, to renew our friendship or something. Let's see. Okay. Thank goodness you're not doing that, because I don't like that. That's why it's one of my rule of like no soliciting. I had so many people showing up just randomly and being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna chat you up," and then suddenly, "Oh, do you want to commission me?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't have the money for it." Oh, I guess that maybe I should know about that. No, I should know that because it's April Fools. All right. I mean, to be honest, it's like I understand artists need to drum up business wherever they can, but it's kind of like when you really have no intention. I even had someone I remember where I was like, they were talking to me, and then they were like, "Oh, commission my art," and I was like, "No, thank you." And they pushed it, and they were like, "Come on, I'm a starving artist." I'm like, I don't even have the money for myself, let alone art. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, it would be nice to be able to commission art, but all right. We're all starving. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Hi, broski skillet. Nice seeing you. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you in. I'm trying to stream kind of semi every day, but in the evening, so it doesn't get in the way of other things I need to do. Because I was thinking about it the other day, and it's like I stream for like huge amounts of time, and then I wear myself out, and then I don't stream for a while, which is bad because then I kind of disappear, especially with the way Twitch works. Yeah, I think if I jumped off of here, he wouldn't dive; he would just fall. That was kind of funny. When I first started playing, people were talking about how, oh, Baizu is cruel to his patients. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, he makes them walk all these stairs. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess. But on the other hand, I know during his story quest when that one kid showed up and was like, I lost my dad, he's sick, he needs help. Baizu walked down the stairs and helped that kid. He did not force that kid to walk up his stairs. He came down himself. And that's pretty decent. Oh, funny thing I just learned. I kept getting the uh was it that love quest where that guy's like, "Oh, could you go look at the signs for me?" and stuff like that. And I've already gotten the achievement for that one of like, "Oh, love is all around." So I'm kind of like, why do I keep getting this one? Because it was like happening every single day. And I was just like, what's happening? And then I found out, oh, you're supposed to disrupt the signs. So, like, if they have that fish with the cat with the fish, you're supposed to go over there and scare the fish / cat away. And like, oh, you're supposed to scare away the pigeons, and you're supposed to scare away the dogs, and you're supposed to blow away the leaves, because then you get, like, another achievement of, like, oh, auspicious symbols or something. Which, I'm kind of like, I don't like wrecking the signs, but I'm looking out for your cardiovascular endurance. Yeah. Well, they do say walking stairs is very healthy for you. It's a good form of exercise. I always worry though about it because walking up and down the stairs can make you tired really easily, and you do not want to fall down the stairs. You know. I mean, I was watching Little Simsy, who she plays The Sims, and the other day she said that she fell down her stairs. And she actually had a video of it because she has security cameras in her house, and she showed her. And she basically was walking down the stairs, and when she got to like the last 4 stairs or so, she slipped and just kind of went plump plump down the stairs on her bottom. And her first reaction was to check her phone to make sure it hadn't broken. And then she kind of got up and moved to the other room, and she said she was so in shock by slipping down those last few stairs that she didn't even react. She waited until she got into the other room, and then she just started crying because she did get a little bit hurt. She didn't break anything or anything. She just got a little bruised. But I was like, I was just like, oh, I hope she feels better. But also it's like, yeah, this, you gotta be careful on the stairs. I kind of hope... Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure that Rowan is Pantalone. Always clutching at the railings when going down the stairs. Yeah, exactly.
It's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, so just in case you slip, you don't completely go sliding all the way down. You only slide down a little bit. I remember something like that happening to me when I was a kid. Basically, what had happened was I was playing on the seesaw with another girl, and she decided she was a jerk, but she decided it would be funny to do what they called a cherry pop, which is basically, I don't know if you guys know what it is, but you basically slam your end of the seesaw down, so the other person kind of does a little pop and pops up off of the seesaw. Well, I didn't know she was gonna do that, and so when she did it so hard, I actually fell off the seesaw, and I was in 2nd grade. No, I was in 1st grade. I was in 1st grade, I remember, and I fell off, and I was holding on to the handlebar, so at least I didn't completely like fall off the high bit of the seesaw, because it was an good average seesaw. And let's see, it was a good average seesaw, and my one hand kept tight hold of the handlebars, but I did fall off, and the teacher came over and she was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Are you hurt?" And I said, "My hand hurts a little bit, but I think I'm okay." But I was so mad and upset at that girl. I was like, I got up and she was like, "Oh, you want to keep playing?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to play with you anymore." And I left because she did not warn me, and I completely fell off thanks to her. So I was like, "Yeah, no." What was I looking at? Like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. So, holding on to the railing, whether it's stairs or a seesaw, lifelong grudges. Yeah, well, I mean, they go and say things like, "Oh, kids don't mind, they'll just forget about it, blah, blah, blah." It's like, no, it matters. You know, it mattered to you when you were a child, and for it to be like tried were the adults to brush it aside because, oh, you're just a kid, you're gonna forget about it, it's not gonna be a big deal. It's like, no, you'd be amazed what affects kids. We could obtain these actually. You know, that's why whenever a kid comes to me with a problem or something, I don't just like brush it under the rug. You know, I try to at least somewhat solve it so they know that I'm trying. Even if it doesn't work out, because I understand how it feels like to be in those situations. All right. Well, it is getting late and I'm getting tired. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to end the stream here, but I will be back tomorrow streaming more Genshin. Maybe we'll do Lynette's Hangout because I still haven't done that, and maybe also try the Spiral Abyss. I think that'd be kind of fun. But I'm getting tired and my throat is getting dry, so thank you guys so much for coming. Please, I will be here tomorrow, same time, same place. Yep, see you later. Same time, same place, and playing Genshin for that one. So we're gonna Broski Skeleton, since you weren't here before, just to give you the quick rundown. Let's see, we did Hot Cocoa Corner today, which is the beginning of this one. We're gonna do some Genshin streaming tomorrow. Wednesday's gonna be Honkai Star Rail. Thursday is gonna be an assortment game, which we're probably gonna play Fate Samurai Remnant, because I bought that game and I haven't actually played it. So we're gonna do that one, and then Friday's timing might be a little bit different. I have to work on it a little bit because I set it up and then I realized, oh, wait, I have something going on Friday afternoon. So, feels bad, man. Oh, please don't feel bad. It's okay. I'll be back tomorrow. And, anyway. Okay. Go my chain. Thank you guys so much for coming and enjoying the time with me. Yep, you too. Both of you guys have a great night. And happy April Fool's Day, and also happy Easter/spring break. That's another thing that's happening on right now. Oh, one side note too. If you guys haven't watched Delicious in Dungeon and anime, go watch it. It's really good. It's kind of a cross between slice of life / anime, and I think they kind of just finished up the first season, but the second season is coming out like right now, like right after. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's really good, and the food looks very tasty. So, tasty anime food. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Senji and the dwarf fan service. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed that part too, because I was like, yes, an anime that's not just doing, silly, or not silly, because like girl fan service is fine too, but it's like sometimes the fan service is just so forced, and like why are we watching this part? But then with Senshi, it's like, okay, he fell down. It's like, oh, it's like that is a dwarf. So. But he's a good guy. I like all the characters. They're all really great. I feel really bad for Lionel, though. Or for Laios. Not Lionel. Laios. Like, fought so hard to get Fallon, and then stuff happens. Which I won't spoil. But, alright. See y'all later. Thanks so much for coming, and for the follows. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Okay. Bye.